What's going on? What's going on? We're going to be talking about whatever you want to talk about, whatever you want to ask me. That's what we're going to be talking about. This is Sunday AMA. Whatever you want to talk about, whatever you want to ask, post it in the chat. I'll do my best to answer it. If I don't know about it, I will tell you. This is Sunday. Pretty much the Bears lost again. Um, Justin Fields, the Bears playing like they relaxed, too relaxed on the field. Hardly any aggressiveness. Not aggressive enough, in my opinion. Um, Way too relaxed. They're playing like they're 4-0, not 0-3. You know, um, they lost again. They basically was beating the Broncos, and then they just let them creep back in, end up losing the game in the end. So Russell Wilson, he gonna get some extra head tonight, because he redeemed himself by proxy of the Bears being way too relaxed on offense and defense. He gonna probably make another baby tonight, just based off of him getting one win. And at least they see, if you if you win one game, they're not gonna talk about you that much, because basically you got a week break if you get a win in the NFL or in sports period. You get one win, that lasts for however long you gotta, till you play your next game. So they got 1 week to where they get a break. So they don't, the press conference is not as scrutinized. Obviously the fans are happy they get a win. But that's what happened, man. I literally went to a local bar because I don't have cable. So I went, had a couple rounds, went to a bar or whatever. I met some pretty interesting people, man. I met some people that actually work on houses. They flip houses themselves in Gary. Um, so it was pretty productive. But the Bears lost. They lost. They threw a couple interceptions, fumbled the ball. It is what it is. But that's not what I'm gonna be talking about. I ain't trying to, for y'all, sports guys. I ain't trying to encroach on y'all, business or whatever, y'all. You won't hear me talking about sports. If the conversation goes that way, that's fine. If that's what you want to talk about, that's fine. But my channel focus primarily is finance, um, cultural affairs. I could talk about geopolitics a little bit, personal finance, corporate finance, business, small business, wealth, family, the military, ex-military, ex-Navy. Talk about cars, you know what I'm saying? Home improvement, real estate, little martial arts. But primarily what I I guess I would say eat, sleep, and drink. Currently investing in real estate, really, really heavy. Maxed out on real estate investing. Do little stocks. Do little. I don't do forex at this time. I'm not into forex at the moment. But I've seen some people making some gains. Still making some gains at forex. She said, okay, good, hand pink waving. Oh, you got that's like some type of emoji. What's going on, Mama Sipra? Yeah, family, marriage, dating, relationships, sex. Even though I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not gonna talk about sex. I'm not gonna have you really talk about sex. I will talk about it from a general sense. But if you as a man, um, I'll say if you want to talk about sex, you're gonna have to join my Patreon, or at the very least, you would have to set up a consultation. I'm not gonna on an open air, you know, give you my secrets of how I make women's legs shake. I'm not about to do that. That's not, and then even that's not something that I do on a public domain. Then even if I do that, I have to make the content 18 plus. Then it's less views on the video, less people are going to watch it, stuff like that. And I'm not going to do that anyway, because see, like, believe it or not, mating is something that is a competition type of thing. People are very secretive about their, skills. Believe it or not, you could put everything into a category of a skill set. And I know you don't probably think of it, but having sex, being sexually, or let's just talk about sexual mastery, is a skill set. It's something that is valuable. Not all men know how to have sex. They don't know how to, please women. That's why you hear a lot of women complain about that. I'm not about to be, just giving you something that I learned from for free 99 on no YouTube. You could certainly welcome to read and research. I've said some things as well on previous live streams because I just felt like doing it. You welcome to do that, but I'm not about to tell you how to stroke. That's on a YouTube. Certain stuff like that, yeah, that's more personal. That's what I have a Patreon for, and you're welcome to join that Patreon, and we could talk more about that. You could set up a consultation. I can talk to you about that. My consultations are very, very inexpensive. I don't, it's not that expensive at all. You got guys out here, they got their wife. Their wife looks like a beach whale, and they charging, whatever they charging, $5,000 for a course on how to get women, and their wife looks like a beach whale. And that's obviously who they're with. So you gotta question yourself. That's the best they can get. I don't necessarily. I'm not necessarily a dating coach, but if you needed some assistance in that regard, I do have a website. I have consultations. I got a Patreon. I can't help you out. I can't help you out in that regard. You need IT advice, thinking about going into IT, can help you out with that. Thinking about trading stocks, investing in real estate, investing in general, I can definitely assist you in that. You also have, because people are really good, at selling people and stuff like that, being a personality. You got people that actually they make money off of selling courses. The only thing they're good at, as they're good at, is the fact that they sell courses. They suck in business. Okay, they have failed businesses, right? But they have a course, and that's the only thing successful that they are at, is selling the course. The actual work that they've done in life, right, sucks. Failed businesses, failed transactions, but they're an expert, and they, made a whole bunch of money, speaking engagements, because they're successful at selling you a course, which is, I mean, hey, whatever you spend your money on, that's fine. But I myself, I'm successful in life. My businesses have made me money. I've been self-sufficient. I'm currently, self-sufficient as far as, I don't have any mortgage on no real estate, nothing like that. I make money in other areas. I do eBay. Amazon, I'm trying to still kind of figure that out. I do have Amazon, but I primarily sell on eBay. That's like my extra. I would say that's my part-time job. DoorDash, I have done DoorDash. I have not done it lately. Um, DoorDash is free money. You just got to drive around and pick up food and other items. Some people look at it as kind of like low class, but you got to think about it like this. You can't worry about what people think, because at the end of the day, you got to question yourself this, right? If you worry about how somebody looks at you doing DoorDash, right? Even if that's what you wanted to do or whatever, you got to ask yourself, the people that scrutinizing you or laughing at you, what do they actually do, right? What do they do? What do they do? Do they tell you what they do? Do they tell you how much money do they make? If they don't, then you gotta ask yourself, then what are they doing in life? Are they a multimillionaire? This is what I ask people. Are you a millionaire? If you're not a millionaire, for the most part, you're just a regular individual, just a regular earner. You might even most likely be, I made a slide, I made a kind of a financial hierarchy sheet. Most people are here in the trenches, as far as on a financial sense, as far as where they are, as far as income levels, where they are financially. Most people are in the trenches. Very few people are even here. Okay. So the people usually right here, they might be quiet. They might have something to say about you doing DoorDash, but most of the people that probably will laugh at you or think some type of way will be here. These trench fighters, struggling to survive. Survive. What do I still have that sound bite? Survive. Let me play that real quick. Let me find that. I think I got that. I think I got that shit saved on my computer. Survive. Um, Let me see here. Probably deleted that, but let me see if I can find that clip. Yeah, most people are trying to survive, man. They're either check to check, uh, barely, able to pay for things, financially struggling, or know, they're like the guy I met. I met a dude. He's an engineer. He flips houses. He said he just bought $1 million home. Not bought, but he got a mortgage out on $1 million home. He's able to pay for it. Um, so uh, most people are struggling. They're not out here buying $1 million homes. They're they lost their job. Uh, they got 2 weeks until their whole world crumbles down. That's what most people's reality is, and I know this, and they know I know this, and they don't fuck with me because I know people be capping on the internet. I'm very well aware of how people be capping on the internet.
Stop the cap.
So most people, like I say, most people in the trenches barely able to make it from one check to the next. And I know I've been there. I'm there now. I would even say I'm there now. Working on trying to be financially free. I'm transparent. I have no problem being transparent and letting you know, yes, this is real out here. This is very, very real. If you don't take this shit serious, you will get swallowed up. And I know it's really bothersome to hear somebody say that, but
No! You get out of that hole! You make it home now. Survive!
yeah. So yeah, that's how people are, man. Trying to survive, man. In the trenches, trying to survive. Um, getting ate up. Mortgages eating them up, rent, car payment, insurance, child support. Getting toe up, man. And a lot of times these pressures put you to do certain things. It's a lot of pressure. You end up, some people end up, doing things to harm others and themselves because it is the war out here. It's a financial war, right? You have the wealthy 8, or you could even say the wealthy 10. The most wealthiest people in the world own about damn near half of the wealth in the world. Okay, it's not equitable. Some of these people are born into wealth. You cannot compete with them if you don't or if you're not born into that same dynamic. It is what it is. You know, it's like I like to joke and I like entertainment too, but I talk about the money. I always go back to the money because let's be honest, The reason why we have to go to work tomorrow is because we're in the trenches. That's the reason why we have to go to work tomorrow. Grandma told us to save our money when we were little kids. We really didn't comprehend that. We didn't listen. We didn't really take that serious. Mama told us to save our money. Dad told us to save our money. Grandpa, uncle said save our money. We couldn't comprehend that. Okay, that didn't register to us the way it should have. We got older, life did not stop. We got in debt. We went to college. We worked jobs. We went to the military, and come back home. You still have to compete. The civilian world is kind of really hard. It's really difficult. So I wrote a book, and this book is called The Millionaire Savings Plan. In this book, it basically gives you some type of plan to deal with this, economic, system that we have. It's available on Amazon, also, brokegeniuses.com. And, the perk is, if you get the book from me, if you purchase it from basically brokegeniuses.com, it's also on Gumroad. What I'll do is I'll give you a signed autographed copy. So if you basically order on brokegeniuses.com, you get a hard copy. It's about $20. I send it to you. You get basically an autographed copy. Now, here's the thing. I might be the next, who knows, multi-billionaire, whatever. You got an autographed copy from me that might be worth something one day. You get a hard copy. The hard copy on Amazon, you'll have to wait like a couple weeks for it. I mean, depending on if you got Amazon Prime or not. I don't really know how that works like that, but get the book from me, comes to your mail, to your address. Autographed copy. Very good book. This book saved my life. It saved me from embarrassment. It saved me from, basically being a financial loser. I've been a financial loser for a lot of the part of my early 20s, 30s. This book saved my life. I wrote it pretty much in my late 30s. And when I started practicing the tenets of it, I started winning. I started winning financially, and on a macro level, I started winning to where it started to make my life better. Start to make my life just more easier. I used to basically always have problems with saving money, not having no money. I would make money, but I would never have any money. I would wonder why do I never have any money? Okay. And we played with our mom, dad, whatever, siblings, sister, brother. We played Monopoly, and we just thought it was fun, but it's actually a teaching lesson on how to buy real estate, how to buy property. If you file, if you get bankrupt and all that. These were life lessons that, very few people took serious. And you get older, you start thinking about it. You like Robert Kiyosaki. And I see the thing I said, Robert Kiyosaki, some of you guys, you don't even mention anybody. You talk as if you came up with the concept. And that's why you guys are never gonna get big. You're gonna be small because you don't have any respect. You don't have any respect for others. So I have no problem mentioning Robert Kiyosaki. He's the only one that really talked about the whole monopoly concept is actually something that is real and tangible that you can take to the real world. Three greenhouses or greenhouses, red hotels. Red hotels, a greenhouse symbolizes a single family home. Red hotel symbolizes apartment buildings, multi-family buildings, even hotels. Believe it or not, the Indians they're into hotels pretty heavy. They actually buy hotels, and obviously you can make money off of a hotel. That's I would say that's more commercial, probably more advanced. But yeah, it's people that own hotels. It's actual people that own hotels, and it's a pretty lucrative business. And those are some things that you get from the game of Monopoly. And we played with our parents and stuff, our mom, whatever. A lot of time, my dad didn't have a lot of time. He was always working. You know, Mom would be home. After work. The weekends. We play a game of Monopoly, get some pizza or some chicken or something, play Monopoly. Um, and yeah, I mean that's something that we did not learn to take serious, and we should have. I played the game. I remember playing the game of life, and it goes a lot more in depth, than Monopoly. Yeah, these are these are teaching lessons. These games kind of have a purpose to them. They're not just games. They're kind of teaching children what life is kind of gonna be like. So you get older, you understand, okay, I'm probably gonna have a baby. I'm gonna need to save for college, or I'm gonna need to create some type of foundation for my children. I might, go get bankrupt. I might go to jail. Might not, be able to pay for parking. All of these things. Believe it or not, man. Unfortunately, a lot of these things did become a reality. And it's called life. You move on. You lick your wounds and you move on. But this book here has changed my life. I'm absolutely living in my full masculine, financial, successful reality primarily because of this book. These concepts is in this book. I highly recommend this book for individuals that want to basically save more money. One of the things that I do agree with is people are either spenders or savers. And obviously, if you're a spender, you have a hard time with money because you spend a lot. Well, I would say, a spender. And this book, the concepts of these books that I followed myself, I learned how to be more of a saver, to kind of be in the middle, to where I can still spend. I'm not a miser, frugal, 100% frugal individual, but I learned how to save more money. So if an opportunity arose like it did 2020, a house comes on the market, or you see a house on Craigslist that's 10 grand, 15 grand, whatever, whatever the price is. Well, you've been saving money because you you followed the millionaire savings plans principles, and now you got money to actually make that a reality. A lot of times I find myself, as well as others, pass on so many opportunities because we don't have the money. We're not able to, get any funding or whatever credit. And these opportunities pass by every single day. But when you have that funding and you've been saving money, boom, okay, you go get that car that you really wanted because you saved for it. You've stacked enough money, you made some sales, sold some stuff or whatever on eBay, saved that money, you went and go get some more merchandise, and then boom, you get opportunities that come your way. You got the cash for them. Versus you're spending. You don't have any money for any opportunities. You're just, like a hamster stuck on a hamster wheel. You're constantly going to work, constantly come home, no money, barely making ends meet, and it's no end in sight, and it's because basically you're spending too much money, and you don't have any plan to do anything different. This book helps with that. I promise. I promise. If you don't at least, because they say most people don't have $1,000 saved, like 60% or something like that. Don't even have $1,000 saved for emergency fund. At the very least, you'll probably be able to do that with step one. So the book is basically about 11 steps to become a millionaire. And, basically it's a challenge as well as a financial plan for you to become a millionaire. Now, you might not become a millionaire, right? But you might be able to save $1,000 for an emergency fund, get out of debt, start a debt plan to pay off your debts, by following the principles of this book, doing further research as well. You'll be, instead of like being check to check, you can, have an emergency fund. You could, basically buy yourself something you need or want, because after each time you save a particular amount along that 11-step journey to becoming a millionaire, you get yourself some type of reward for yourself. So, I definitely recommend check this book out. It's not that much. It's $20. Price of, what, a little gas to get to work and back. It'll change your life. I promise you, it'll change your life. If it doesn't, you got to show me proof that it did not financially make you better. If you show me proof that you did the principles, you did what it was supposed to do, and you don't make any money, and you're not financially better, I'll give you your money back. Just give me your Cashapp, or you got Zelle or something like the PayPal. I'll give you your money back, because I promise you it won't. Because I literally use this book. I literally use these principles in this book. I am actively using. See, here's my business model, right? I'm an entrepreneur. I have a few startups. One of the approaches I take with my startups, all of my startups, I'm my own customer to them, such as basically I buy my own products from I use my own products for my herbs business. I wrote this book. I followed my book. A lot of the things that I sell, I use them personally. So it's basically everything I'm selling to you, or a lot of my businesses, I'm my own customer. I follow those principles in this book. I use my herbs, I sell them, myself, so yeah, I mean, That's what I do, So I'm not gonna say it's easy. It's not easy. It is not easy. You have to basically, if you're a type of person that you like to have fun a lot, you like to have a good time, you know, you're going to, in order to be able to save money, you're gonna have to be kind of more grounded. Gonna probably have to say a lot of no's. It's definitely not easy. And it's not easy being an investor. It's not easy forking over $50,000 to try to fix up a house, purchase it, and rent it out or put it on the market. It's not easy. Okay. I'm not gonna say, talking is one thing, but actually doing, it's very, 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 very challenging. Especially, like myself, if you buy 100-year-old house that's been vacant for over like 20 years, I'm telling you, extremely, extremely stressful. It is not easy. It could be easy over time, I believe. Like I remember, like the room I'm in now. This is the room that I started with. Basically, I didn't have any heat, any ventilation systems as far as hooked up. Had no furnace, had no electricity. The light in my room, I don't even think that worked. Or maybe I think it did. I think I had one light. The electrical outlets didn't work. It was extremely challenging trying to fix all of this stuff. Took time, took energy, took money, of course. It's not easy. I'm not gonna say it's easy. If it was easy for everybody to be a millionaire, guess what? Everybody would already be a millionaire. Okay, she says the things I purchase needs to make money for me, at least to help me make money. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much kind of what I do, and kind of like what she said. I I justify buying like tools, buying things as long as it's going to help me make money, as long as it's going to help me along achieve my goals. So here's the thing, right? So you in Best Buy, you see a laptop. It's not a part of your reward. You're following the millionaire savings plan. You don't have a laptop. Your laptop is broke or whatever. If if you look at it like your laptop purchase is going to, help you make more money, it's going to help you in your business or your personal life make more money, it justifies that purchase, even though it seems like, damn, you're purchasing so much money, or you're purchasing so many items or whatever. That justification that laptop is going to basically in turn make you money, or whatever you purchase is going to help you achieve your goals. You can justify that purchase because it's going to help you. When I buy tools, right now I'm looking at a portable sander. I spent about $200 on this bad boy. It was, it wasn't. I'm not rich, unfortunately, not yet, and yeah, I needed this to help me finish my house. So, whatever it took, I paid for it and I got it because I knew I needed it. I buy a lot of tools and I need them to work on my house, be more, professional. And then here's the thing, right? It's one house. I'm planning on buying more houses. So these tools I can use towards the next house and I don't have to, buy any more tools. So yes, it's very much if your purchases help you, kind of, be more productive, help you achieve your financial goals, it pretty much makes sense. Amazing you're able to put that. Yeah, my back was against the wall. I do have a financial background in the sense that I went to college for business at one time. I changed my major. Um, Business is actually very, very difficult. A lot of people they don't understand how difficult business education actually is, because when you go to school for business, it's not like you're opening up a lemonade stand. When you go to college and university for business, it's preparing you to be a corporate executive, to be basically some type of venture capitalist or financial expert. It's not just you're not just going to school for business to be opening up a tire shop. You technically don't need to go into college for business to open up a tire shop. You can go work for a tire shop and actually do that. Um, Business is like going to college and university for business is like basically you're starting a corporation that sells tires and has tire shops, and you have them all across the United States and other countries. That's what business going to school for business does. That's it, how in depth that it actually goes. But yeah, I have a little background as far as things. My grandfather was a small business owner, multimillionaire. Learned a lot from him. You know, that's pretty much where I learned a lot about business from. Yeah, one of the things I have to say is that when it comes to money, one thing I'll say, and this of course is ask me anything. One of the things about money that makes it easier is when you already have money. And when you already have money to basically invest in things, it just makes it easier than the next man or woman that does not. Like, for example, once you start to invest in money where, like, say you start off with 10 grand or $1,000, and then you get to $10,000, $5,000 or whatever, and then you keep flipping that, and then you get more money, it just usually gets easier because you're starting to accumulate more money. As long as everything goes all right, you start to accumulate more money, and what you do is you create momentum. You start to create some type of momentum for yourself to where your money is making you more money, and then you're just compounding um basically your capital, and you're just making more money with it. And then things become a lot easier because it's like you have so much money that you got to think about it. All of these opportunities that come up, you can kind of pick and choose which one you want to buy or what you want to purchase, because you have the resources and capital to purchase them, versus the next man or woman does not, so they can't even make it possible. You can, because you have the wealth and resources to purchase those opportunities. That's why the rich, they say the rich get richer, the poor get poor, because when it's a mortgage collapse or the financial collapse, if you're rich, wealthy, whatever, you could purchase all of these assets for a discount while everybody's scared. This is what happened. Here's the thing, right? This is where I started to take finances very, very serious. What's going on, Alonzo? And then I'm gonna definitely drop the link. I'm gonna drop the link in case you want to actually talk to me. This is, last night I was kind of somewhat tired. I'm all right, but washing a little clothes, drying some clothes. The thing is that I started to really, really notice and really take finances serious 2008. What happened? Everybody knows what happened in 2008 with the mortgage collapse, the mortgage bubble collapse. People lost a lot of people lost jobs, a lot of people lost houses, a lot of people had to file foreclosures or were foreclosed on. A lot of people had to do a lot of short sales. And people were, it was so many properties on the market. You could buy a house for a 10% of what it costs today. So basically, when I had to endure that experience of going on a job interview, being unemployed, having a small business, thankfully, at the time, having a small store in a rough area in the south side of Chicago, still trying to work to make some money. And you going on an interview and there's 100 other people that's applying for one position. Seeing people become homeless, seeing people lose their house, experiencing, loved ones losing their house. I started to look at this like, basically, in my mind, I'm like, this is very, very serious. I have to do whatever it takes for when this happens again, I'm not on the tail end of this where I'm the one suffering and whatnot. I want to be on the other tail of this where I at least get something out of this, where I get some type of return. And kind of I got that in 2020. A lot of people, were dealing with a lot of stuff with COVID and the pandemic and all of the things that went with that. And houses, this was before the housing prices skyrocketed. I was able to take my money that I saved and basically put it into a property. And the thing is had I known what I know now, I would have bought that little fucking piece of shit house that had no windows, had, no doors and everything for $1,500, because they trying to sell those same houses in Gary, Indiana for $15,000. It still has the same type of issues. Basically it's a tear down, really, but because of real estate costs and everything like that, people don't have the money in Gary, Indiana to bulldoze a house and build up. The market just doesn't call for that in Gary. Now in Rosemont, Illinois, it does, but in Gary, no. So what people do is, these some wonderful people that very highly skilled, very hard workers. They'll take these same buildings that, like I said, have open windows. Alonzo saw some of these, that they'll take them, clear out all of the trees, the weeds, and basically demolish the house as far as like anything that's in the house, restructure the framing of the house, put on house wrap, put on new siding, windows, doors, new roof, all new everything inside, spend about 50 grand, put the house on the market for 150 grand. And that's what I've seen these people do. And had I known the market was going to go this extreme, I didn't know. I'm not, not no fucking Nostradamus or no shit like that. I didn't know this was going to happen like this. My speculation that housing prices was going to drop, not go up. But what happened is it went up, obviously. I wish I would have just bought. I could have bought, instead of having one house, I'd have had 2 or 3 houses at least, because they were literally $1,500, and now they're $15,000. Same house. Then another thing is rent prices. When I first moved here in 2020, or basically not moved, I didn't even move to about tail end of 2020 going into 2021. The prices of rent was like $600 for a 1 bedroom. Now it's like 900 to 1,000. And I'm talking about Gary, Indiana. It ain't that much changed. It's a little bit, I will admit, it's a little bit more quieter, less gunshots, but man, I mean, it ain't like it's an oasis in this mug, So yeah, that's when I started to really take things serious financially, 2008. Now here's the thing. I'm gonna keep, and I'm sure you reminded of this. I'm sure you understand this. While I'm having this transformation, you got to understand, it's people that they're already living this life. They've already putting in work. While you trying to figure things out, someone has already figured it out and they're running with it. So by the time you do catch up, you're so far behind. See, like me, I know people be like, don't follow other people. Don't really try to, project on other people their successes onto yours and all that. Yeah, I get that. But me personally, I still think that I'm very much behind. I wouldn't feel comfortable unless I'm like sitting on $500,000 or at least $1/3 of $1 million. Then I would be like, okay, I'm all right, but I really want to make sure I'm, a millionaire or better, because I just think that I'm just so far behind. I mean, that's just how I think. I am so far behind. It's utterly ridiculous. I still, even having one house paid for, whatever, I still feel behind. So yeah, I got the basically the link. If you want to join the panel, if you want to ask me any questions, Alonzo Hall, he definitely bought the book. I shipped it to his address. I also have alsherbs.com. I have some very good herbs, very good natural healing herbs for your overall health. So I'm in a lot of different things, man. I'm definitely, I would consider myself, I know it's a negative word, I consider myself a hustler. I've been a hustler for, most of my life. Not a scammer, not a fraudster, a hustler. I work hard. I try to make a living. I try to take $1 and turn it into $2 or 10 if I'm lucky. And I've done that before. Turn $1 into 10. But, I would say my IT skills is probably the most valuable, because I've done things with my IT skills that I don't even need any money. It's like, for example, Best Buy. I haven't talked about Best Buy in a minute, right? But the reason why Best Buy is so successful is because of Geek Squad. Geek Squad is why they are held up, why they've survived a lot of their competitors. It's primarily because of Geek Squad. And a lot of people don't think about this probably, or know this or whatever. But here's the thing with and this is why I say, get into IT. I can help you get into IT, right? If you're let's say it's the same thing if you're a mechanic or whatever, because you know how to fix things and you have skills, you know how to repair appliances, whatever. You make 100% profit by having those skills. You don't have to buy anything. So if you come to me, basically, let me open up my computer business so I can kind of explain this a little bit more to you. Um, this is actually one of my most possible um as far as startups that I actually work on. I also dabble in a little website building. Not nothing too advanced. Not nothing too advanced. I'll definitely, build websites as well. I've created some software this year that's really, really remarkable. If you have like a slow computer that you're trying to revive, this software will help you revive that slow computer. It's actually a tool that I built to use out in the field because I used to and I still do a lot of like home repairs for customers as well as business, small business owners. And I needed something to help, basically resolve problems quick and fast. So I created some software and it's called PC TuneUp. And that's on my Gumroad as well as my website. Let me show you my computer website. Because see, a lot of people don't understand, they don't, I mean, they don't understand that yes, I'm also a tech. Actually, I'm not a financial analyst. When I go to work tomorrow, I'm not a financial analyst. I'm a computer specialist. That's my job title. That's my basically my bread and butter. I'm a computer at the moment. I'm a computer specialist. I've worked in computer networking, worked as a network engineer. You know, this is actually what I do for a living. I've been an IT guy for over 16 years now. So this is literally, one of my startups here. Basically, I make 100% profit because I basically am using skills. I don't have to buy anything, and basically I get paid off of helping you solve your computer problems. So it's 100% profit. And even if you need, like, let's say you need a hard drive, or you need some more memory, or you need a whole nother computer, I can help you get that. And I'm not paying for it, you're paying for it. So 100% profit business. This is why Best Buy, this is how they make their money off of Geek Squad. This is why Geek Squad makes so much money. This is why if you have skills, having skills is important. You can make money off of those skills. So I primarily center around finance. Let me take this off, this thing here. So I center myself around finance, but mainly I'm into computers, as far as that's what I do for a living. And like I said, I took finances very serious. 2008 was a scary time. A lot of people lost their houses, lost their job. Basically, that's when I centered something to create some type of financial, channel to help people learn financial education, help them, if something happens to them, they'll be financially defensive to deal with it, and not, have, their house going into foreclosure because they bought too high. They got a, adjustable rate mortgage and stuff like that, So I created a channel for kind of like financial education. Yeah, I went all over the place and all of that. As far as my different discussions that I've had, I mean, a lot of people probably think I'm an asshole. Hey, it is what it is. I wouldn't argue with you about it. I wouldn't want to, I wouldn't I wouldn't get no fist fight with you or nothing. I'll just be like, yeah, you're right. I am an asshole. And women love assholes. So there you go. Yeah, a lot of people don't. And I would even say the powers that be, they don't want you to know about finances. They want you to be ignorant because they make maximum profit for you to be ignorant financially. They make the most money off of you as far as interest. They make the most money off of you for everyday purchases, banking. I could go on and on about how much money these corporations and stuff make money off of people's basic ignorance, basically. And there's no end in sight for that. And I'll be honest with you, it's a wonderful time to really not be ignorant. Everybody else is ignorant, kind of make money off of the ignorant. That's really kind of what a lot of times we make a lot of money off of people that just don't know. You gotta understand, like what the power of knowing versus not knowing something. I know people kind of like they don't really think about it or care, but it's a lot of value in actually having some know-how versus others that don't know. You can make money off of the fact that someone doesn't know something. And I listen to a lot of Earn Your Leisure, and one of the masters, this guy called himself the Master Investor, Ian Dunlop. He said something recently that I think about from time to time. Just recently he said it. He was like, as a businessman, you want to have a lot of secrets. You want to learn a lot of secrets because those secrets could be very, very valuable. Like, for example, if you know a corporation um, has some type of possible investigation brewing, right? So from that information, it's not inside information or whatever. It's just something that you just research, right? You can short the market or put, let's say, you can put a options put on that company stock for like 4 or 5 months in the future. And then by the time that news hit, the stock market tanks, you've made a caboodle load of money based off of something that you knew possibly was a lot of other people didn't know at the time that you knew that didn't make the news yet, or people wasn't really watching for it like that. And then boom, there you go. You make a whole bunch of money just off of you having that insight. So yeah, it's a wonderful world. But I mean, another thing is, I have to say this, and I'm be honest, I don't really have that many women that take the input. I appreciate your input, Mama Sita. A lot of women don't I don't know, they just be kind of quiet or whatever. But I'll say this, you do I talk about money and stuff like that, but you do need some type of woman. You need a woman. You need some type of helpmate. It's in your best interest to have that helpmate. Okay. A man needs to have some type of release with the woman, have some type of companionship. That is very, very valuable. I would say having a good woman is worth at least $1 million. Having a good woman, I'm talking about a woman that follows your lead, She cooks for you. She helps you clean. She helps you with your endeavors. She has a healthy body, so you can produce um your children. Your children come out healthy. She knows how to educate them, not just give them fruit boxes and snacks and let them watch TV all day and play video games. She actually educates them outside of their school. um you know she's not trying to compete with you by having heavy pants, you know what I'm saying, and arguing with you. She provides some type of peaceful, cohesive environment. She understands that you need to release. She you know you you know she wakes you up in the morning if you're late and your alarm didn't goes off. She she gives you, starts licking on you, from starts sucking you off in the morning because your alarm clock, you miss your alarm. you know and that's just because you missed your alarm. She does that quite often. Before you go to sleep, she returns the favor. And then, every now and again, give her a little wipe up, lick off or whatever. Um, and after she does that, she lays back and lets you, do what you got to do. And that's worth, I would say, at least $1 million. I mean, some people probably won't, look at it as a big deal. But I would say that's worth about $1 million. And it's like, that's someone that you can grow with financially. You can grow with, in a lot of different areas. A lot of people don't really care about that, and they don't really think about it. But men actually do, because men support women's OnlyFans. They simp for women and stuff like that. They give their money up, so they know women. They spend money on women or whatever. Men, a lot of men do that. But it's like, having a good woman is very, very valuable. So if you got the money and everything like that, that's cool. That's good. But without a woman to share it with, having a family to share it with, it's kind of a interesting life. It's a life that can kind of be sour. I would say it would be kind of sour to have that life and not be able to share it with a daughter, a son, and a good woman by your side. So I just gotta put that out there, just in case you get lost in the sauce and you get lost in translation. You having a good woman by your side is also valuable as well. Extremely, extremely valuable. So yeah, I'm just talking myself. I don't see anybody joining in. I basically I'm just enjoying the last days until I have to go back into the office, and basically uh just checking in. That's it. I mean, you could just blink twice and then you on live for an hour. You just blink and then you on live for an hour. So yeah, if nobody wants to join in, you don't got any more questions. I'm about to close this one on out. Um, I don't know, man. I mean, it's definitely a lot of people struggling, man. It's a lot of people getting evicted. Uh, I mean, I guess people just want to, they want to suffer. They don't want to, read any books or anything like that. They want to wait till after the suffering for them to actually start taking things serious. And I guess that's okay. You know, that is what it is. You know, I don't know. But I feed you a good night. Rest of the weekend. Hopefully your next week is very, very prosperous.